pretty much the same. Guards are good. They got great length. Play that 1-1-3 and just Scott does a great job of getting guys to fit his system. And they're really, really long.
Talk about their shoe being on the other foot. Just a year ago, they were number one. Came in here and you guys beat them. How different is it being hunted from the huntee?
Well, I told our guys yesterday the dog with the bone is always in danger. And so, we got the bone now for a while. So you got to hang on to it. Bob, I tell you, I swear, I used to think I was smart and I knew what they were thinking. I was dumb for thinking that because I have no idea. It's hard to think about all the people that talk to them and what they say and how they react to it. We were horrible before the Oklahoma State game or Oklahoma game. We came out and played great. We didn't do a whole lot yesterday in terms of getting up and down and really getting after each other. We're going to do a good bit of that today. But I thought at least mentally they were coming into it.
Is it different playing as number 6, number 11, unranked, than number 2, number 1?
Yeah, I think it is. I think you get everybody's best shot. You get everybody's best shot, but the reality is if you're really whatever, you're number 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, you ought to be able to sustain it. I don't know. I've said this to you before, I think. I asked Al McGuire when he knew they'd arrived. And he said, when you walk into any venue without danger. Yeah. And he just... I think our guys have confidence. I think we've got 2 guys that have pretty much seen it all. They haven't seen this, but they've pretty much seen it all. And I think they'll respond. It seems like when JC and Dex respond, that everybody else responds.
It was earlier in the season, probably after Orlando, you wanted to see how your guys respond to success. Haven't lost in a long time. Pleased with how they have, or is this a whole like a secondary step?
You know what? The reality is, after Orlando, we played people who couldn't beat us. So I don't think we had to be at the top of our game. And then we go start the conference play, and everybody's excited about the conference play, particularly in this conference. So Oklahoma State's coming. We're playing Oklahoma State coming off a big victory over Florida State. So they were ready to go. They didn't play like they were, but they were ready to go, and they were ready to go against Kansas State because it's a different game. I think we play with confidence. I mean, we had an 8-point lead in the second half and lose it. We're down by 1. We don't panic. And with JC sitting on the bench, and we didn't panic. I was panicking, but they weren't.
Coach, obviously, Deshaun, Javon played different positions, but when you look at the arc of their college careers, similar, comparable?
What in terms of their improvement?
Well, in terms of what they've improved and what they've accomplished and what they've, leadership-wise, it seems like there's a lot of similarities between the two, even though they're different positions. I mean,
Justin, don't forget, Deshaun was pro. I mean, he was going to play in the league. Ebanks obviously did play in the league, and Kevin Jones played in the league. So we've got 3 pros on that team. There's not 3 pros on this team. I think Deshaun was surrounded with guys that were pretty good players. And not that these guys aren't, but I don't know that they're. I guess time will tell. But you knew Ebanks was
Right.
going to do what he did. KJ just worked like crazy. He's probably the hardest working guy we've ever had. Although Jason's close, or Javon's close.
Yeah.
He works. He may be equal to, but he's not surrounded with the same. Those pretty good players on that team.
Yeah.
And if you look at Truck's stats pretty good. Missoula, everybody loves because he played so hard. Casey Mitchell was the most talented guy on that whole team.
Are you at all surprised by the production you're getting from Teddy, or did you know that he'd make an immediate impact during the offseason?
Well, every time I called Teddy when we were recruiting him, or every time I saw Teddy, he said, "Coach, listen, I don't know about the defense, but I can score the ball, man." So he's done life for confidence. We just got to try to put him in places where he can be successful more than giving him free reign. Shooting 8% from three it was. I think he's a little higher than that. We're just trying to put him where he's trying to get him success.
He said last game, out of the spots where he was going to. He was beating there, but he was still scoring. I imagine that's natural, but what does it mean that he can still do it? And then also, how much more can he do it in the mix-up and, I guess, find more spots?
Well, he's got to become a more consistent three-point shooter, obviously. Mike, I'm sure for Teddy that's different, coming from high school, but if they don't know what we're doing, they ought to fire the coach. And we got good coaches in this league, so everybody's going to know what we run. We know what they run. JC could tell the guy where to throw the ball and where to go. They look at a whole bunch of film and obviously we practice it, but so does everybody else. And then when you play twice a year, it makes it even that much more difficult.
Any
What's that, Bob?
Any rational explanation why 4 of the top 5 teams in the country will lose in the same weekend? They lose, usually twice a year.
Well, they lost to pretty good teams, I think. Providence is a hard place to play. Xavier lost it. Ohio, I don't know if you saw the game. Ohio State played out of their minds. They were really good, and Michigan State didn't make shots. And they could never get the game close enough that they could grind it the way they're really good at grinding it. Virginia's going to beat a whole lot of folks. And when you look at the score, that's usually a halftime score for Carolina, which tells me that they totally dominated the play of the game and how the game was going to be played. Butler's beat a whole lot of people. I would assume that's in Butler Fieldhouse. They've won a lot of games in there. I think the legend of Hoosiers lives there.
Coach, you've talked about in the past having a guy like KJ or Devin to throw it into close and kind of end the run. Confidence level with the Sags doing that now. I would imagine it's probably a little bit higher now than maybe it was at the start of the season.
Well, honestly, Justin, he's listening better. He's working at what we ask him to work at. You see him come out here, you don't see him out there shooting threes anymore.
Yeah.
I told him he was going to get a lot of shots at the foul line because if you look at the way they've played us in the past and you look at what they're doing now to some teams, that's good. That's smart basketball if you don't think the guy can make a shot. And then they got great rim protectors. So they're going to stand them in front of the rim and make us beat them with jump shots. And then Sags responded and made shots. But I don't know, that one had hit the back of the rim and bounced up higher than the backboard. I'm not so sure that was skill as much as it was we were very fortunate.
Was there a mental thing you had to get over with him, or a confidence thing, or just maybe him getting more experience?
Honestly, I think a year ago it was a language problem.
Yeah.
I mean, he says it wasn't, but we're throwing things at him, terminology that you don't learn that in English class. They're not talking about what we do on the floor in English class. I think that was the biggest deal, but I think trust, you know. I tell them all the time, like, Coach, what do I got to do to play? I got to trust you.
Yeah.
I got to trust that you're going to do what I ask you to do. I got to trust that you're going to put the team before yourself. I got to trust that you may not be able to guard somebody, but you're going to try as hard as you can possibly try. I got to trust you're going to go rebound the ball. But at the same sense, they got to trust us. And I think as you're around each other more, I think the trust builds, and then they have some success, and then it's almost kind of like, well, maybe he does know what he's talking about a little bit. You know, to me, it's all about trust factor, and we get guys that come in that don't trust a lot of people sometimes. Sags wasn't one, but we do get guys that just don't. I mean, they've been kind of screwed over in their life, and they don't have a lot of trust in them.
It seems like Bender's really starting to gain a lot of confidence, playing better for you.
He shot the ball yesterday like we had him shooting zone shots yesterday. He was making everything.
Yeah.
His whole thing is confidence. You can care too much sometimes. You know, the guys that are great scorers, they don't worry about missing shots. You know, guys like Magic who really care, who want to always do the right thing, do worry about it.
What are some of the freshman tendencies you see from Teddy still?
I don't know if I can do that in front of the camera. Teddy does not lack for confidence. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Teddy's very confident in what he can do, and then once he had some success, I think he has more confidence. I think Teddy, it's all a state of mind.